Hello, Sue. This is Calvin from Cummings Mobility. Just, giving you an idea of what these vans are like, just in case. Because yeah. So, to activate the ramp on this van, you just want to use your key fob remote. That will open the sliding door and deploy the ramp. So you can see the van kneels a little bit too. So when you activate that ramp system, the van squats a little bit, giving you less of a angle on that ramp. So so entering the van, you come in, you still have your third row seating in the back. We remove the second row seating in the van, lower the floor, allowing you to just roll directly into the van. Well, you can see here we lower the floor all the way up to the firewall, so there is no center console, but there is cup holders that still come with the van. I'll show you. So I've been cleaning the van, but so these are the cup holders. So this gives you still cup holders. So yeah, you still have cup holders and they're removable. So even though your center console is gone, there is a solution for cup holders. I just gotta bring the seat back a little bit. There we go. All right. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. So yeah, showing you the cup holders there. Okay, so yeah, you still get your third row seat. I've seen a lot of folks come in here with their wheelchair and they transfer into that third row seat. They ride directly from their chair. There is a footrest back here for anybody that's gonna be riding in this spot. There's a footrest that deploys. The coolest and neatest thing about these vans is the removable seat. So you're probably wondering, like, oh, I don't want to ride in my wheelchair while in the middle of the van here. The seats are easily removable. So you can ride in that front passenger section while occupying your chair. So I'll demonstrate. Hello, Sue. All right. So right now I'm taking the seat out. I am gonna just put it in the shop. In your case, you would want to store the seat somewhere. It's not something. Take it out, store it somewhere. As I get it to fit out. There we go. So now the seat is out of the vehicle. See here? Took the seat out. And you can see it just clips right into the floor there. So you can occupy your chair while riding in that front passenger spot. It's pretty sweet. And so figure I'd show you that. So there is buttons on the inside to operate your ramp system. You got the key fob on the outside. I'm just gonna press this button here. That will bring the ramp in and shut the door. Push of one button system. Okay, so you can still operate this door without deploying the ramp, so that's what I did. I'm just simply opening the door. This is an in-floor ramp, automatic. The ramp comes out of the floor here. I'll show you. Okay, so ramp comes out of the floor. So the van, you can see that we lower the floor. It's a little bit lower than your traditional Chrysler Pacifica, but still works great in the winter months. Front wheel drive. Okay, and still just your regular Chrysler Pacifica, just with some modifications. there is backup switches, so you're never ever going to be stranded with one of these vans. You can always physically, you know, pull the ramp out if you need to. You know, so you can pull it out or utilize the backup switch. There is a backup switch that will bring that ramp in and out. But the goal is, you know, you'll never have to use this switch. It's very rare that anybody has to use the override switch. Yeah, it's just figure it's just wise to show you what these vans are like. Oh, so okay, securing the wheelchair. You know, you get 4 of these. There is other ways of securing you in the chair, but this is the most common way. Let's put these on the floor here. And just picture 4 of those. You know, you put that on your chair and you want to use 4 of them. There is other devices you can use to automatically lock yourself if you wanted, to where you don't have to rely on a second person to lock you in. And so, yeah, picture 4 of those. You know, you got 4 of those right there. That's where you're riding. And then this is your seat belt, because we take the seat out and the buckle's on the seat. So we're gonna put this buckle here. You know, so you still have a seat belt. You can utilize your regular seat belt here. You know, so yeah. And yeah, there's a harness that you gotta plug in on these guys to get power back to the seat. Yep. Boy, we gotta clean that. You hear all that grit in there?
Here, I'll camera.
You camera? There you go. Thank you, Alex. So I figure I'd give you a good example of what these vans are like. Thank you, Alex. Alex, the bodyguard. What else would there be to show you? The seat. Let's go up front. Follow me, Alex. So I do have a demo on the seat that you were talking about. Of course, I can't demonstrate it and show you, you know, sitting on it, but at least the functionality of it. You have a hand pendant remote that you're using here to operate the seat. Seat slowly rotates out of the vehicle. And it comes down. And this is the actual speed. You know, this is going to be the speed of what to expect. And at any time you can stop this seat here. So I'm going to let go of the button. You can stop it at any time that you want to. And a safe rule of thumb is that these always go low enough for the back of your knees where they bend. So no matter which vehicle you have, it's going to be right where your knees bend there. And then you just sit on it. Here's that recline lever I was telling you about. So you get the recline. If you're, you know, like I shared over the phone, if your vehicle's running, you know, it goes a little bit faster, but not noticeably, I'd say, but it is a little bit quicker. Let's say we install one of these seats into your Chrysler Pacifica. Even if nobody's occupying it, you will have to buckle that seatbelt. So let's say Mandy is driving it alone and you're not with her. she will have to buckle that seat because the seat belt chimer on your Pacifica will tell you like, hey, buckle up. Well, every time you will have to buckle that seat to keep that chime from dinging at you. And so I just figured I'd make you aware of that. You sit about a ½ inch higher than what you typically would in a regular seat. I shared that with you over the phone. So yeah, hopefully this is a helpful video for you. Thank you, Sue.